Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good, wonderful, fantastically fabulous morning. It's the day the Lord has made. We shall rejoice and be glad in it. Yes, I'm coming in an hour earlier because as soon as I'm done with the snapshot, I'm on my way to Columbus. Listen, sun is shining. It's going to warm up a little bit. Yeah, some rain's going to come a little later in the week. Still a great day. Still a wonderful day. I know many of you will probably not be able to get on because of the time change, but you can always check it out just a little bit later. We just needed to do what we needed to do. And even tomorrow is up in the air. So I just got a lot going on. I'm trying to get stuff done, trying to balance stuff out, and trying to do the best we can. Rhonda Gilmer, bless your heart for being here. Thank you so much for being a part of this learning moment, this learning experience. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And for that, we bless his holy name for each and every one of you. So thank you so much for your sacrifice. Thank you so much for this time, change moment that has and is taking place. And so we give God glory. Cora, Cecile, bless you. Thank y'all so much for coming in here an hour early. Kathy Wilson, I'm gonna lay hands on you Sunday. I mean, I'm laughing, but I ain't laughing because it's time for a miracle. Sharon Bryant, bless your heart, young lady. Thank you for being here with us on the day. I just kind of feel something's coming. Let me put it to you like that. I just sense something in my spirit. Excuse me. And so we'll see what the Lord does. Let's see how the Lord does it. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. If it does happen, it does happen. But it doesn't change anything. But for you, Kathy, I know what the Lord is getting ready to do. And so I am grateful and thankful for that. Love you much and appreciate you more than you will ever know. So thank y'all so much for those of you who will be watching. Yeah, young lady. Which lady you want me to call you? Don't do that. Okay, answer for God. Yeah, guess what? We didn't get the health care guarantee, but the government is open and people are getting their back pay. The one thing that is nice about this is Trump cannot fire people anymore. But then some senators put that little thing in there where they can sue the DOJ for at least $500,000. I mean, it's just like you sit back, you don't have money for poor people, you don't have money for this, you don't have money for that, but you constantly are doing things so that you can drain. Um, thank you so much. Did you just? I'm amazed, but then hey, it's expected. Okay, Katrina Harris, bless your heart. And so people will be back to work. People that were fired will be rehired. Bless his name. Okay. And so for that, but I'm telling you, still Ethel Randolph, still stay before the Lord because there's worse yet to come. This tariff mess that he is doing, the civil rights that he is removing, the things that he is doing is just absolutely ungodly. And this Epstein stuff. And I'm a firm believer that many of them are so perverted themselves that revealing a pervert probably doesn't mean anything to them. I'm just calling it like it needs to be called. I remember some of the stories and things of men in the stalls and all this other kind of stuff, And I'm not saying, um, I know, Sharon, the thing that, and there has to be another meeting coming. He's got his staff that's going to be there as well, only because I want y'all to really pray for me that the Lord will bridle my tongue, that I won't say things the way I want to say it, but to say things the way that is palatable, but still needs to be said. Elder Carter, bless your heart for being here, because there's a reason why you lost. There's a reason why you lost us. And there's a reason why I got an uphill battle for us to vote for you. Amir, bless your heart for being here. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, appreciate you, appreciate you. So that's just I need a day off where I can just sit down and do nothing, but it never happens. It never it never happens. But it is what it is. It is what it is. I cannot think of Brother Walker's first name. Elder Carter, Chaplain Hearns, bless you for being here. I cannot think of his first name. I got to give him a call. Talked to Pearl on yesterday, so I tried calling him, but the operator at the hospital wasn't answering. Winnie, bless your heart for being here. Okay, thank you. Pray for me so I have safe travels. Just you know. So it's all good in the neighborhood. Well, let me go ahead and get started, and then that way I can mosey on, or as in the whiz, I can. Martin, thank you. I can ease on down the road. And so, hey, Barbara, thank y'all so much. Thank y'all. Here's the question I have. What do I need to calm my nerves? Usually, and I'm not talking about anything, I'm just making this as a regular scenario. Sister Thomas, bless your heart. How are you doing? Are you doing what should be done? I'll be calling you. Usually after you've had a frustrating day and everything has fell apart, most people, especially white people, will get them a shot of something else. I just need this to calm my nerves. Okay. But what happens when one shot's not good enough? Thank you so much. What happens when a shot's not enough? What happens when the potency of the liquor that's supposed to calm you down doesn't work? Where do you go from there? What you do? Get a joint? Smoke you some herb? Yeah, I'm a baby boomer. We never called it. Well, we did call it weed, but we called it herb. Hey, Carolyn, how are you? And chill out, and then all of a sudden we become ravenous, because when you, of course, I didn't smoke weed because it made me too weak. um Talk to me, Sharon. Okay. um to relax you, and then you start eating up everything in the refrigerator. Back in the day, we used to tear up corn chips like wildfire. They smoked it. You can tell when somebody was high because they'd get the munchies. That's what we used to call it. I know I'm dating myself. I know I am. But what do I do when life ain't fair? What do I do? A cup of tea and God. I hear you. How do I handle that? How do I make sure that I don't lose my mind? Because if I do something else, it's only a temporary fix, because once the high is gone, and once the alcohol, I can't even think of the name that I want. You know what? Cora can't take a nap. You can't take a long nap. That's a sign of clinical depression. Oh, yeah, Cora, I love you. Oh, you're killing me. You're killing me. And so, what do you do? What do you do when you're alone? Like, how do you manage life? Like, I got a 2-hour drive in front of me. What goes through my mind? How do I deal with what's coming? How do I handle the conversations that are yet to come in the midst of deteriorating situations? Yes. I can't sit out on my deck because it's too cold. That's my therapy, to do that, and it does that. But there's something that I think we need to look at. All right, better get a shot of Jesus and call it a day. Yeah, you know what? I agree with that, but you know what? Sometimes some folk just don't know how to do that. But Psalm 37 verses 1 through 5. Psalms 37 verses 1 through 5 says something I think that is very powerful. Do not fret because of evildoers. Do not be envious toward wrongdoers, or the workers of iniquity in the King James Version. For they will wither quickly like the grass and fade like the green herb. Trust in the Lord and do good. Dwell in the land and cultivate faithfulness. Delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart. Commit your way to the Lord. Trust also in him, and he will do it. Can I dissect this for just a second? I want us to look at something. Don't fret yourself over evildoers. The one thing that I plan on doing when I get back home is getting me some popcorn, and finding me a nice movie to watch. Not going to watch that much news. Not going to be bothered, because after a while it's redundant and repetitive, depending upon the angle of the reporter or the news stations or whatever you want to call it. Every now and then, you cannot consume yourself with evil, because after a while evil will consume you. Oh, teach, pastor, I know it's too early. It's too early. You have to recognize and understand that what you're exposed to, sooner or later you will become. Y'all better, the more you consume this, the more you are part of this, and the more you ingest it, the more it becomes a part of your personality. It becomes a part of your behavior. It becomes a part of your outlook. So what I'm gonna do? I'm not gonna get bent out of shape over evil, because if I have read my Bible correctly, I've seen God handle evildoers better than I can. And then you can't afford to be envious of those who are wrongdoers, because you look at these multimillionaires, and a lot of this stuff with the Epstein files has to do with some very powerful. Isn't it funny how all of the corruption and the perversion seems to be coming from white men? And there's some powerful people, there's some powerful names, there's some powerful things that have these people, and their names may come out, and when and if their name. And I'm a believer that even though Johnson is going to vote on this next week, he has delayed this enough that they put all of their little ducks in a row, so they can figure out how to circumvent what the truth really is, because that's nothing but the full personification of evil. Mm, mm, The Bible says, and I'm going to touch on this for just a minute, and then I'm going to get out of here. I cannot afford, Ethel, I can't afford to continue to consume myself. Whatsoever things are good, whatever things are lovely, whatever things are of a good report, if there's anything praiseworthy, think on these things. I have to change my ideology, and that is controlled by what I ingest. Let's talk about ingestion. There's certain things that I used to eat as a young person I can't eat anymore, because there's an adverse effect that takes place. Used to drink milk with cereal, can't do that anymore. I'm lactose intolerant, can't do that anymore. See, you got to remember that there's some things that you put into yourself that are not good for you, and you may love them. Okay, you want that fried chicken, can't eat fried foods like I used to, can't do this like I used to, can't ingest things like I used to. And so with that, it requires you to make a change. And the change is not something that you say, it's something that you struggle with. Because it's funny when I say Timothy, when I say I ain't gonna get no more fried chicken, everything smells like chicken. Everywhere I go, I see chicken. Everything is so you have to struggle through it. When I say I'm not gonna get another steak, I'm not gonna do this, that, and the other, every commercial has a steak in it. I don't drink that much pop anymore. I had to stop doing that as well. Every time you turn around, there's a Pepsi or a Coke commercial. Not going to eat fast food. Ain't doing that no more. Every time you turn around, there's a McDonald's, a Burger King, or a Wendy's commercial. These things are heightened because you have said you're not doing it anymore. So what do I have to do? I have to control what happens. I have to control my intake. I have to control what I allow to go into my eyes and into my ears. Don't be envious of people. Don't get upset over the fact that they got millions. Millions can't save their life, can't save their soul. You got to remember, you got to understand this quite clearly. Yep. You have to recognize that evil will always be present, but God, where evil abounds, grace more abounds. And so this is what we've got to do. So when we come back tomorrow, and I pray I'll be able to come back tomorrow, I want to deal with this Psalm 37 text because it is overwhelmingly powerful. It will enable us to do and to be everything that God would have us to be. Thank you for your prayers. I appreciate you. I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much, whether you watch live or whether you watch later. I thank you for your time, and I thank you for the privilege that you've granted me to be a part of your learning experience. You have a blessed day in the Lord. I'll let y'all know when I get back. May God bless you. May he keep you is our prayer.